Now your mother, man, she lost a son in '84.
Shirley Mae Hopkins, correct.
And then she loses another son to
the same year.
the state prison system.
The same year.
How's your mother dealing with that?
Hard, very hard. My mom passed away at 58. Here I'm 60 and I feel like I'm kicked in my second or third life based on the trials and tribulations, and most of it I put myself through. But Shirley was, man, see, she never tried to be the dad. She always been the mom, always been the mom that came there to say that she ain't gonna come no more to get you, but as soon as you get locked up again, I don't know how the hell she got there before I even got to the station. The neighborhood told her that Bernard got locked up on Germantown Avenue. The word got around quick. She was on her way down there. The 10th time, the 15th time. And it gets to a point where now, it gets to the point now that, times she didn't come right away, but because she knew she couldn't help me. Mm-hmm. The bell was too high. They set the bell high because of my record priors. So, I took her through a lot, but I also remember the good parts and the good things, that everything she said, even to the day, whether it's relationships or not or business, absolutely right. But Dre, what's important too? That I always remember, and it sort of don't even up what I took her through, but to see her on an airplane and travel places through my boxing, and to be able to say, here's the keys. I told you I didn't want to move from this house. I'm cool. All right, it's going to be empty. Right. To have her sitting places that she didn't imagine sitting, and a person that took her out of all the 7 kids is in the position to take her and show her the life she always watched on TV.
That's powerful.
That's, to me, was scripted without my doing. It was laid down for her to be here for that time, to be able to experience that she come to see me in the penitentiary. And I told her, I said, Mom, when my brother got killed, that prison ain't changed me. And when people hear that, whether it's doing a book or movie, they always say the prison changed you. Everybody, that's the concept. That's what people see when they read. No, until you ask me, and I got receipts to prove it. It was when my brother got killed. And the individual that killed my brother was in the same prison until they locked me down in a hole because of repercussions between the people that had my...
Did you ever cross paths with him?
No, between the people that had my back and the people he might have knew or didn't know, didn't matter. It was going to be something. I wouldn't be here.
You was going to do something.
I wasn't going to be here. They was going to do something. I was already dug in, means I was already embedded in the community of the prison, and I was already their champion. I was the state penitentiary boxing champion as a middleweight for 3 years out of the 5 years. I became champion before I became world champion. See, there are so many things out there called receipts that I had personally, that it was my destiny to be where I'm at and be able to talk about it clearly and freely after 30 years of the sweet science of boxing in the ring and don't miss a beat. That's powerful.
It's powerful.
And I wanted to give my mom that opportunity to see me in a successful, positive light. And it was because she lost 2 sons in '84. I said this story many times, the same way I'm saying now. And you read this, because I said it. She lost 2 sons in 1984. It was a rough year for her. '83, the Sixers won the last championship. I remember that, because I got booked like that November of '83, got my time in '84, and boom. For her to get through that, and know that she got 2 sons that ain't gonna walk in that door. One already dead, and the other one looked like, I can die in there. People got killed and graded for it. People got stabbed up, lost their eye. got hit in the head with a lock in the sock. That was a famous weapon in prison. They double the sock up so it won't come through the sock. And, once the lock bursts through the sock, they double it up, knock a section out of your head.
The whole section, that's crazy.
You get real creative in a lot of ways in that situation where you gotta become inventors. Whether it's weapons or anything else, you get to use the best that you have to the best of your ability. And that what made me understand the process of my time that I have here. And even back then, there's no time to waste on procrastinating.
I'm gonna talk about your release in a second, but you met Nazeem Richardson inside, right?
I met Nazeem inside prison when he was coming in graded for it with amateur fighters for us to fight. And then we connected based on saying, you live here, I live there, neighborhood. He lived uptown and I live uptown.
I thought he was an inmate.
No, Nazeem never did no time.
He never did no time?
Look up Nazeem ain't did no time.
Man, I thought y'all met in Graterford as...
See, that's why this story gotta be told. Brother Nazeem never did no time. You can ask Sharp, you can ask the twins, Rockin' Tiger. You can ask anybody. Brother Nazeem was a rapper back in the day. I have the old album.
Hey, man, I didn't know that. That's
Why
crazy.
you think Brother Nazeem used to always come with the hooks and be saying this and saying that? Brother Nazeem never did no time.
Wow.
I met Smokey Wilson. I met a lot of trainers in the penitentiary because they had a boxing program that was attached to the boxing program in the AAU. They used to bring fighters from Pennsylvania, Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, outside of Pennsylvania, and guess who they used to come there to fight? The boxing program in the penitentiary. They don't have that no more. About 5 years after I started getting on ESPN, they cut out the program. They couldn't fund it no more. But there was boxing in the state penitentiary, which is over 30 penitentiaries in the state of Pennsylvania, with boxing shows or boxing program attached to the AAU with Charlie Daniels at Camp Hill. So from here to Pittsburgh, and in the middle, they got penitentiaries. 20 years ago, they had boxing. That's how I got back on track. Drake, and everybody listening, I'm confident to say that if they didn't have amateur boxing in the penitentiary as a recreation attached to the amateur Pennsylvania commission, I wouldn't be sitting here having this interview with you